This is the Stay the Course podcast. Don't quit. Never give up. Finish well. Well, hello and welcome to the Stay the Course podcast. My name is Dr. M.J. Jackson.
My name is Doc Wooten.
Brother, I'm so excited about this podcast today. You know, Monday is Veterans Day. Before we even get started today, I want to give a shout out to all the veterans out there, man. I want to thank you all for your service. This is coming from the heart here because, you know, we're not just talking about it. We're about it. People just don't understand what that means. We really take that to heart. We put our lives on the line for this country. So I thank all the veterans out there, all of them, who gave themselves for the service of our country.
Thank you.
So what are we going to talk about today, Doc?
Well, I'm thinking about limitations in life.
Okay.
Removing limitations in your life, my life.
That's a good topic, bro, because limitations will definitely take you off the course of life.
Yes.
So for the audience here, can you help us understand what are limitations?
A mindset, a belief that there are limitations to what you can accomplish in life. It is also the idea that there is only one way something should be done. Now, the mindset limits your opportunity, your relationship, and how successful you are in life.
So these mindsets we're talking about here, how do they come about? Are they placed upon us by other people, or do we place them on ourselves? Where does the mindset comes from? Talk to the people about these mindsets.
The answers to both questions are yes. You see, they are placed upon us by others.
Okay.
Other people, our upbringing, society, and we place them on ourselves because we believe what is said to us and we don't do anything differently.
Well, let's break this down for the people. You say they're placed on us by others, other people. In what way?
They are placed on us by others, meaning that, boy, you'll never be nothing. You came from nothing. So that's all you're going to be. And you start internalizing that, and then you start believing that, and then you start acting like that.
Okay, so they're placed on us by other people, and it happens during our upbringing. What about society? What kind of limitations does society put on people?
Society said, well, you came from that little small town. You came from that part of the state. You came from that side of the track. And so society begins to look at from where you come from, and they sort of put limits on that. There'll never be nothing good come out of there.
Yeah, I think we talked about that on our first podcast. You know, both of us came from little small towns in North Carolina. So it ain't about the physical location where a person is. But these things contribute to limiting mindsets. And also society also stigmatizes people based on skin color, gender. It's like, okay, if you're a certain gender or a certain color, you can't achieve anything. So these are some of the things that society places on us, as well as what we're told in our upbringing. What I'm trying to get the people to understand is that these limitations we put on ourselves, they come from somewhere. You know, we listen to what people say that helps shape form the way we think about life, the way we perceive life, our worldview. And like you said, we place them on ourselves because we believe what is said and we feel like we can't do anything else. We're stuck. This is just my lot in life. I can't do this because of my gender. I can't do this because of the color of my skin. And that hinders us from moving forward. So stay the course, man. With those mindsets, you'll never get on track.
That's right.
You never start the process. So because these limitations were placed on us, does this mean we can never overcome them?
Oh, no, my friend. No. There's going to be challenges in this life, no matter who you are, where you are, and what you're trying to do. You're going to have challenges in your life.
Now, see, here we go. I'm glad you brought that up. Because some people are going to say that certain people only have challenges, not all people.
Oh, no.
If you have a different melanin, if you're raised up in privilege, you won't have challenges. Only poor black people from across the track think it don't matter where you come from, you're going to have challenges. Like, can you debunk that myth?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. But what does matter is how you handle those challenges.
Yes, sir.
It's the determining factor. No matter what your station is in life, you're going to have some challenges. It's how you handle those challenges is the determining factor of getting from point A to point B.
Exactly. How do we learn how to overcome these challenges? Is there a school that you can enroll in to learn how to overcome challenges in life, or just life itself? How do we learn these lessons in life?
There's a thing called the building blocks of life.
Okay.
Just like building a house or a structure, you got to have a foundation. And what is placed in that foundation to make it solid? Is that foundation based on truth, honesty, fairness, or is it based on lies, deceit, dishonesty? What is your base? What are you basing your belief systems on?
So other people, our upbringing in society, in essence, is forming that base, that foundation.
Yes.
If I'm hearing you correctly, what you're saying is just because our foundation might be weak, it don't have to stay weak.
No, sir.
You're talking about building blocks. So what's the next level? What's the next building block to make sure that foundation is strong?
Well, in the process of building your character, your structure, in defining who you are, find out what your wants, your needs, and desires are.
Okay. You said the C word. You said character.
Sir, yes, sir.
See, I'm a firm believer that all these things in life that we go through, regardless of our foundation, and everybody has to go through these, and you said that's how you handle them, it's going to build your character.
Yes.
And you're going to build strong character, or it's going to build a weak, shaky character.
Yes.
Now, I'm going to use another word here, shady character.
Okay, yes.
Because, see, a strong character is going to do right regardless of the situation. A shady character is trying to find a way to circumvent something, to take the easy route. You and I know there are no easy routes in life.
No, there's not. There's no shortcut.
Right. These things that create these limited mindsets, part of it is our character.
That's right.
And if we have strong character, we have a strong foundation. That's what I found out in my walk in life.
That's right.
The people who I've encountered, I found out that they have strong foundation, so therefore they have strong character. I've also discovered that people that are sneaky and shady and trying to circumvent the system, have an entitlement mindset, these people have a weak, shaky foundation. There's something missing there.
That's right.
And because of these missing elements, that creates their perception of life.
And there starts the limitation.
Yes, sir. Because if I got a shady foundation, see, I'm thinking everybody else is thinking that way. So when I approach a person, I'm thinking they shady like me. Versus somebody has a strong character, when I approach somebody, I'm going to naturally gravitate to those with strong character. You see what I'm saying?
That's right. That's right.
Can't really explain it, but you gravitate towards people who have similar character as you. Let's go back now. I didn't intend to do this. Let's go back. We got to go back. So that's why you and I, we've been friends for going on 40 years. We have similar characters.
Yes, sir.
We have similar ways that we operate. We operate based on honesty and forthrightness.
That's right.
I don't have a shady personality. I don't have a shady character, so I don't project that.
That's right.
And you were the same way.
Yes,
From
sir.
day one that we met, the reason why we were able to coexist with one another and be friends and deal with certain things in life together, because we have similar characteristics.
That's right.
Because our foundation, I'm going back to the foundation now, is similar. And because that foundation, it helps our outlook on life, and it helps us not to have limiting mindsets.
That's right. That's right.
We talked about it in a previous podcast about staying the course. not quitting, not throwing in the towel, not giving up. See, that doesn't happen automatically.
No.
Something had to transpire in your upbringing that allowed you to have that perseverance and fortitude to not quit, not give up.
That's right.
We know a lot of people that couldn't make it, bro. They threw in the towel too early. And you and I both said if they would only have stayed the course.
Yeah.
They made a decision, you know, so hey.
Mm-hmm.
So character, I feel, is one of the building blocks of having a limiting or unlimiting mindset. And it shapes how you perceive life, and it shapes how we perceive others. Because,
foundation must have a strong character.
It wasn't like we didn't encounter people shady character.
That's it.
But we kind of disassociated ourselves from them. Dealt with them when we had to, like at work or whatever, family, whatever. But, you know, that was it. We didn't hang out with them. We didn't socialize with them.
Right. And another thing that comes to my mind, too, is a belief system.
Mm-hmm.
In whom or what do you believe in? So, along with that character, a person needs to have a belief system.
Right.
What do you believe in or what do you not believe in?
Well, again, here we go. Values are building block. Character, values, and belief. Again, a lot of people don't have a good value system, bro.
There you go.
They don't value other people.
They don't even value themselves.
Trace it back to that foundation of character. What people say, society, our upbringing, contributes to your values in life. The reason why you and I been hanging tough for all these years, similar values.
That's right, right.
The connection, similar values. We believe there's a right way and a wrong way to do anything.
Totally.
And we believe that right is right and wrong is wrong.
That's correct.
And we're going to stand 10 toes down on it. We're not going to compromise our values.
Nope.
Like Dr. Martin Luther King said, a person will either stand for something or they'll fall for anything. I hope I quoted him correctly. That was in essence the principle. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything.
There you go.
We're talking about mindsets now, limited mindsets, but all of these things are part of it. Your upbringing, what you were taught as a youth, your character, that helps shapes and forms your values. Because of your values, there's just certain things you're not going to do.
That's right.
You're not going to rob. You're not going to steal. You're not going to intentionally hurt other people. Now, in the course of life, you might say something, do something that somebody might interpret and get offended by it, but it's not your intent to hurt another person. Because we live by the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you.
That is correct.
See, the reason why I treat you with respect, because I want to be treated with respect.
That's right.
The reason why you treat me with respect, because you want to be respected.
That is correct.
So you do unto others what you would have them do unto you.
That's right.
But somehow along the line, because of these building blocks not being in a person's life, values don't have a high priority now. People are saying anything, people are doing anything. Bruh, we were taught to respect our elders. To this day, I'm still saying, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. That's part of our upbringing. So that's what we are manifesting in our life today. But listen, if you don't have that, you will disrespect your elders. You will disrespect women. And you won't be able to teach your babies and raise your babies right.
That's right.
As you're seeing here, all these things are interconnected, which leads to certain mindsets that we have in life. So when we talk about these limitations being placed upon us, or we put them on ourselves, I agree with you. Your answer is yes, there is a combination of all of it, because we don't have to accept it. So what are some ways that we can overcome these limiting mindsets? We answer the question, just because limitations were placed on you doesn't mean that we can't overcome them. And we can overcome everything or anything. We don't have to be a victim of our past.
No.
We can't blame everything on our past and what didn't happen and what happened. So what are some ways that we can overcome limiting mindsets?
We need to evaluate your thoughts and beliefs.
Yes, sir.
Meaning, where did these limiting mindsets come from?
Mm-hmm.
What value do they have?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? In other words, what's the value of being up and ready on time? You know, I just use that as an example.
Okay.
Well, that has a lot of built-in value if one learns at an early age the importance of being prepared and to be on time when you are required to be somewhere, not just getting there, but be there before the time.
Okay, let's connect the dots here. When does that start? In adulthood, or that starts in childhood?
Childhood.
So it goes back to your upbringing. That has to be instilled in you as a child, and then it will manifest and continue as an adult. You and I both come from an organization that says this: if you're on time, you're late.
That's right.
And see, look, man. Look,
I knew you was going there. I knew you was going there.
People don't understand that unless they've been in the military. Well, they'd be here at 10 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock.
No.
In the military trainers, if you're on time, you're late.
You're late.
Meaning you need to be there at least 5-10 minutes prior to.
Yeah.
That's on time.
That's right. That's on time.
When the first sergeant says fall in, you're already there. You're not coming there. You're already there. Let's connect this with mindset, because you and I know people, they had a problem with that. But why did they have a problem with it?
Upbringing. Being on time, right. Was it an important asset and mindset?
In adulthood, adulting 101 is critical.
Yes, it is.
Because if you don't come to work on time, see, that's going to impact your livelihood.
Yes.
Because what employer wants to employ someone who's not on time?
That's right. It has something to do with dependability.
All of that is developed in your early stages of life. The impact it'll have on you is in your adult life. When you're now getting fired because you came to work late 4 times this week and you only work 4 days a week. These are things that shape our mindsets. But one of the things about evaluating your thoughts and belief is that what you believe, is it based on facts or is it based on assumption? Right. Is it true or false? I'm hindered in life because of my skin color. I'm hindered in life because of my gender. I'm hindered in life because I wasn't raised in New York City. I was raised in a little small town in Wayne County. Is that a fact or is it assumption? Because if you basing what you do and your actions based on what somebody else said.
I would say also spend time with people who encourage you and uplift you in a positive way. Okay. In other words, you will find people where they spend most of their time is where their treasure is. Mm-hmm. I would say also avoid toxic, negative people who discourage you and don't add value to your life.
Let's go back to that point we made earlier about what people say. We still got people speaking into our lives. Negativity. I can't. You can't. Why can't I? Because. Mm-hmm. Because of what? I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
That's right.
There are no limits.
There are no limits in God.
And because God is in us, there's no limit in us.
That's right.
But you can do anything you set your mind to. There's no limits.
That is correct. That's right.
You know, sometimes people think we're still living in the 20s and 30s. Well, we did have actual limitations. This is 2024. We can do anything we want to. Not saying there won't be no challenges, but we can overcome the challenges now. This is a new day.
The Lord has given us all the tools.
Yes, sir.
That are required and necessary to get it done, man. I'm telling you.
Yes, sir. But if you hang around negative, toxic people, and listen, they add no value to your life.
That's right.
You and I, since we've known each other, we've always had encouraging words.
Yes.
We've always spoke life to each other and not death. We always encouraged and uplifted each other. See, that's what it's all about, bro. Encourage and uplift one another. Then that becomes your new mindset. But see, we hang around people that's going to encourage you and lift you up in a positive way versus toxic, negative people who's always trying to discourage you, put you down, don't add no value to your life at all. That's going to limit you in your thinking and your abilities that you're able to now accomplish in life. So as we prepare to close the podcast, man, I want to leave you with the word. The book of wisdom, Proverbs 23:7 says, "For as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he." You are what you think. You are what you believe you are. As a man thinks in his heart, in his mind, so is he. So if you have limited mindset, you're going to have limited production of life. If you have positive mindset, you'll have positive outcomes in life.
Yes.
That positive mindset is what's going to carry you through.
That's right.
That positive mindset is what's going to keep you on course. That positive mindset is what's going to allow you to persevere in life and not give up and throw in the towel. So you are what you think you believe you are. You are only limited by the thoughts that you think.
Yes.
The mind can only think one thought at a time.
That's right.
And you decide what thought you think. So am I thinking positively or am I thinking negatively? Am I thinking about things in accordance with God and his word, or am I thinking about things according to the world? We control that. So you're only limited by the thoughts you think. We talked about it. Don't allow other people to influence you and your thinking in a negative way.
That's it.
Because, bro, they're out there, man. I'm telling you, you can't do that. Why are you doing that? Why are you going back to school?
Right.
Why are you doing that? Why are you studying? Why you do that? Aren't you too old to do that? Says who?
Right.
They got a negative mindset. I'm trying to be all I can be. We put limitations on ourselves.
There you go.
Look, I'm too old to play in the NBA. I agree with you on that. I'm too old to play in the NFL. I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
But as far as anything in life, age is just a number.
All right, I'm good to go.
You have people starting careers in their late 50s. You got people going back to school. You got people making career changes. They're not letting age be a limitation in their life. Their mindset is, as long as I'm breathing, I have life. And as long as I have life, I can do and accomplish whatever I want to.
And that is the truth, my brother.
Mm-hmm. And you are what God says you are in his word.
The final say so.
Yeah, he's the final say. I quoted earlier. Paul said, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Because see, here's the thing about it. It's not us that's doing it, but it's God that's in us that's enabling us to do it.
That's it.
Say we're trying to do it on our own abilities, we're going to fall. But if we allow God to work in and through us, we'll be successful.
Foundation.
That's right.
That foundation.
There we go.
What are you building this thing on?
Right.
You're building this thing on this world, what they call knowledge and wisdom.
Shake a foundation.
There you go.
Yeah.
And it will fall. It will fail you. It is a recipe for disaster.
It's not if it's going to happen, it's when it happens.
That's correct.
So we got to see ourselves through the lenses of how God sees us. When he created us, he said that we were fearfully and wonderfully made.
That's right.
Fearfully and wonderfully made. Because we were made in his image. Yes. Made in the image of God.
That's it. Well, look, this has been another good podcast.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I just believe that we have helped someone eliminate those limiting mindsets that keep them off the course.
And keep them on course. So this is MJ.
This is Doc.
So until our next podcast, don't quit.
Never give up.
And finish well. Thank you for listening to today's podcast. Until our next time together, be blessed.